129 streams. And we're just about done. Fucking finally. Who would have thought this day would actually happen? Right, it is no longer the Pinkie scene. It is now, I guess, the finale. I mean, that makes it sound a lot more dramatic than it really is, but... Right. It's done. As in, the video is actually done. You didn't miss anything, I literally just started. So, I have already rendered the final version from this that I made offline a while ago. This down here are all of the videos, the individual renderings of the scenes, with some fades to black added in between. I've rendered these. They're done. So really, we need to mop up a few final things. Two things I have in mind. One, the intro. I am perfectly fine with using the intro, you know, like this, how it's supposed to be. However, as I learned with the tax breaks, if you use the entirety of this, just as is, then it will get smacked for copyright. However, if I change just the opening balloon to literally anything else, then it's fine, even if I keep the rest of it exactly the same. So, just for YouTube, I would like to have a, shall we say, cut version ready to go. So change this for something else. I don't know what yet. I mean, it might be good enough just to, like, flip this over, you know, just like this. And in lieu of anything better, that might be what I do. Like, flip just the start, and then put it back to normal for the rest of it. Hello, BGM. So unless anyone has any better ideas for how to alter the start, that's probably what I'll do. It's nice and easy. I'm not doing YTP type stuff, not at all. That I consider to be of, like, lesser importance. The other thing I want to do, just one thing, is make the video thumbnail for this. And the video thumbnail, when it's done in the stream, I intend to post in the Mayfair thread and say, basically, it's finally done, Free Hugs is happening, and it's just going to be the shill post, I guess. So aside from that, everything's done. Like, all the actual animation is done. So, Pinkie, I know you sent me the surprise landing on the roof to eat some hay. I don't have time to re-render the scene and put it back in. It's too late. Sorry about that. However, like I said to you in the email, it's perfectly fine to still have it. Whatever I do next, I'm sure I'll find a way to use it. Yes, I know it's sad, but if we had just one more week, it would have been possible. Anyway. So, does anyone have any serious ideas for something that I could swap the balloon for? Just to circumvent YouTube copyright. That's literally the only thing I'll be doing it for. I will upload a proper version on Ponyville, like a non-cut version. And I'll also include, like, download links to everything else, like an actual download link for the full quality of this in 4K. Oh yeah, I think I'll show you one more thing, one more little addition I made, because everything else is exactly the same. Like, the only thing I've done is change the fade in, fade out, the timing of that. But to make it more like the actual show, I've added these little title card things to the first bit. So they say producer and story editor, of which both are me, and then the title of the episode, which is Free Hugs, written by the author, who in this case is Mr. 8686 or 8686 on FilmFiction. That probably won't mean much to anyone else, but it's there. If I'd gotten it on Friday, could it have fit in? No. I was away for the weekend, so I wouldn't have been able to work on it at all. Like I was on the island of Guernsey at a wedding. Like there is absolutely no way I could have at all done anything had you got it to be on Friday. So you can take that as your little silver lining. Right. So if there are no other ideas forthcoming, I guess I'll just get this done now. So literally all I'm going to do is mirror the balloon. And then... Actually, what's a good time to unmirror it? It's a good question. Because literally it is only this first opening bit that needs to be mirrored. Like, if that's different, the rest of it can be completely unaltered, and YouTube doesn't pick up on it. But there might not actually be a clean break moment. How about just before breakback comes into view? I mean, it's going to look jank no matter what I do, I think. Actually, it's not awful. Of course, it's not going to play properly. You know, I don't hate that. I also don't like it, but I don't think I can reasonably do any better. Right, fuck it, I'll render that later as the alternate YouTube version. I mean, this I can just hit the render button and leave it while I'm at work tomorrow. And then hopefully that gives me enough time to still upload. Because what I want to do is premiere it live at Mayfair off of my USB stick and then set it up so that it's ready to go on YouTube so I can just click a button. I haven't actually tested that, no. I am kind of assuming. I suppose that would be a prudent thing to test. Oh yeah, I did this for the tax breaks as well, but just for the sake of showing you, I edited this as well. Instead of produced by Lauren Faust, it's look at us, Lauren Faust, we're doing ponies too, brought to you by /MP's Pony Preservation Project. Similar edit to that was made for the redub project, and I really like that, so I... Right. I will render this then. That hopefully won't crash my computer at the same time. So the reason why today's stream is late is because I was rendering the 4K version of this while I was out at work, and I assumed that trying to render 4K video and stream at the same time would melt my computer, but rendering just this little bit at normal resolution is probably okay. Yeah, it's going pretty quickly. Anyway, while that happens, I will prepare. Right, so the way I do the thumbnails is a little bit scuffed, but basically I do it in the Google Slides, because it's got a whole load of tools for just making sure everything's aligned and centered and all that shit. So this is where I've made tax breaks and most of my previous serious, or at least semi-serious videos. And this is an old meta thing for one of the old Pony Preservation Project panels. There you go. Alright, background should be... Actually, we don't need a background for this. It's just going to be a picture. So we need to find a good background to use from the show assets. We need to work out what ponies we want to be on here. We didn't use 15AI, that'll need to change. trying to cram Sovit's SVC and RVC onto here is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And then we need to have free hugs along the bottom here. I don't really have any ideas as to what would be ideal. Like, what do I want to do? I don't know. Just say SVC and RVC. Singing voice conversion and retrieval voice conversion. Yeah, I guess. As a compromise. Right, where are my backgrounds? I know they're one of these tabs. Prop icons. These are the vector versions. I need... Actually, fuck it, I can just go from here. Right. So, I believe it's voice clips, backgrounds, and props, backgrounds, and then composed background icons, so you can scroll through these. My thumbnails appear to be broken. Why is that? It's not very helpful. If they're broken, then what the fuck am I supposed to do? One commander did have an update recently. Update may have broken something. Yeah. Are they broken in just normal File Explorer as well? If they are, then I'm just screwed. Right. Voice clips, character assets, backgrounds, composed icons. They're not broken in here. Okay. As much as I prefer to use one commander, given no other choice, we'll use this. So, we're going to want to look through, I think, Ponyville in general. Maybe some Sugar Cube Corn, since it's a Pinkie episode. Once these load in. Once these load in, come on, do this to me now. Okay, we'll tell you what, Blender has finished rendering that, so what I'll do while we wait for that, to maybe do something, I will upload the edited thing. I'm doing that now. Keeping it unlisted for now. And I'll let it run its checks and we'll see what happens. Right. Free hugs. Are you working? No. Honestly, I don't know why I expected anything less. Final stream. Gotta have one last fuck you. Don't we? Because things can never just, work. A surprise idea to get surprised. I mean, I'm willing to humor you, I guess, but if it involves doing basically any kind of video editing, it's probably gonna be a no. Okay. That hasn't worked. Content ID claim on your video doesn't affect your channel. Yeah. Okay. So apparently just flipping that bit is not sufficient. Which is somewhat disappointing, because I know from previous tests that just removing the balloon bit and changing it to anything else is sufficient. So I was hoping that just flipping the balloon would be good enough. Apparently it's not. Actually, let me just double check. Is that video still okay? Oh, okay. Well, this is annoying. So, this altered test thing here, if I play it. So, I nicked this from one of the redubs. And as you can see, I just swapped the balloon for that. And initially that was fine, but now it says copy. So, fuck. What do I do about that? Might fuck me on the audio either way. It didn't find the audio initially. I'm pretty sure it's just the video. But, what is your problem, File Explorer? Come on. I mean, I don't care too much if it gets copyrighted, but I'd really rather it not be. I don't know what else I could change it for. Alright, fuck this. I'm gonna restart File Explorer. It's obviously broken. Are you going to work? No, she's been restarted. I mean, you've got icons and backgrounds here, but not in, well, anywhere else still. In theory, maybe that sounds like a real pain in the ass, though. I mean, at that point, I may as well be editing the actual thing. Oh, fuck you. Maybe I should just restart my computer. I mean, it has been running for a long time, rendering stuff. Maybe that's fucked it in some way. Oh, and File Explorer just crashed. Van Dabby fucking dozy! Alright, fuck this. I'm gonna restart my computer so the stream will die for a couple of minutes. Bear with me. Am I back? I think I'm back now. Is it working? This should be working now. But no one's responding. Is it still broken? Hello? Fucking hell. I mean, everything's showing green on my end, so you lot should be able to hear me. They died and 3 hearts are cancelled. It's a shame. If only you could hear me and see what's going on, right? Well, my icons are back. But apparently my stream is still dead because you guys aren't responding to me, so I have to assume that means it's still broken. Respond, goddammit. Right, Pinkie says hi. I'm going to take that to mean that this is working. My icons are back. So I think what happened is that the update for One Commander required the computer to be restarted but didn't bother to tell me, and then something about that broke File Explorer as well. I've restarted my computer, everything's fine. Right. So, I'm going to continue with the thumbnail, and I want to at least get that done. I'm thinking for YouTube I'm going to have to find an alternative solution. What I could do, I think, is just play the final jingle of My Little Pony, like the da-da-da-da, the final bit, and then just flash free hugs, or as the title or something, I don't know. Or maybe just, like, the final bit as Celestia opens the letter, or whatever. And then do that just for YouTube, and then everywhere else it can be done properly. Right. So, let's take a look at Sugar Cube Corn. I don't think I necessarily want any internal. I think I want everywhere to be sort of external. How big is this? It's shit. I really should go through and prune all of the terribly low resolution backgrounds, because there's no point keeping them. I'm never going to use them for anything. What about you? You're a decent resolution. If I wanted to have it be outside Sugar Cube Corner, could happen. Again, I don't think I want to be inside Sugar Cube. Maybe this. Kind of need to work out what kind of vibe I want to go for, because the thumbnail of this stream is the Pinkie that's kind of bottom half off screen and big smile and 4 legs outstretched. I mean, that on its own could be good. But like I did with the tax breaks, I kind of like to reference little bits of the scene, like the actual episode. So, Evil Twilight. What other funny things happen in here that we could reference? I mean, Applejack, Fluttershy, they don't really do anything funny, nothing thumbnail-worthy. Rarity with her economics explanation, her supply and demand graph, we could possibly reference that. Like Rarity gesturing to a graph as the line goes down. There's a lot of options. None that particularly jump out at me. If I scroll through some other backgrounds. Congrats on finishing it. Alright. Thank you. Happy to finally have it done. You may have to wait a few days until after Fair at this rate, but it will be up very shortly. I'll see you later. None of these are really jumping to me. I mean, for the tax breaks, it was fine to have a fairly generic Ponyville background, but since this is a proper, well, it's basically a Pinkie Pie episode. Yeah, well, at this rate, I'm going to have to potentially change around the intro video. I don't know how long that'll take. And I don't know if I have the motivation to do it right now. I don't think I want these. If I'm going to use Sugar Cube Corner, I want it to be fairly close up, thing in the background. I don't think... Well, there's always a delay as there is with streams, but I don't think it's any worse than usual. In fact, Pinkie, give me a sunbeam when you hear this. Do it again. Alright, Pinkie, 3, 2, 1, sunbeam. Alright, so it's about 6 or 7 seconds. So, as far as stream delays go, it's pretty good. Right, I haven't found anything that I like more than this, so I think, for now at least, I'm gonna go with this. I mean, I was just counting seconds on my fingers, so maybe your measurement's more accurate than mine? I don't know. I don't think it really matters that much. Point is, the delay isn't really that big. Right. Now, we don't need to worry too much about resolution for this, because it's just a thumbnail. But if it's going to be used as a promotional image, you want to have, I guess, at least 1080p. Right? And that's probably zoomed in a bit too far. Let's shrink that back down. Maybe a little. I mean, we can always mess around with this. Oh. You meant that by delay. The delay, I doubt, will be more than a week. Right, I now need the Friendship is Magic font. Enter my text here. So this is going to be We Hearts. I know there's a way to make it... Fuck, yes, let's infect this. This is fine. Basically just that. And just white and black, that's all it needs to be. Yeah. Make it a bit bigger, why not? Actually, do I even need to do that? I just copy image. Will that preserve transparency? Don't know. Yes, it will. Excellent. We will want to make it a bit bigger because it's not a vector or anything, but that's easy to do. Let's try making it about twice as big. It's probably a bit too big. I need the biggest font you have. No, that's too big. Maybe even a little bit smaller. So, got something like that. And then I need... So I can have RVC, that's easy enough. But the test. So if it's SVC. It's going to be maybe a bit more difficult. So ideally, I'll put them both up here. Right, so just a test. If I were to use Soviet's SVC, it's a really fucking ugly acronym. Even if it is technically correct. But we'll just see how it looks. We'll wait and see if it's actually broken before we try to fix it. I mean, if we're going to do it this way, we're going to want to do it like this. But... ugh, no, I hate that. Oh, Gothic. Alright. If we're doing this, it's going to be just SVC. Sorry, mates, but your full acronym is just too cringe. Though, actually, maybe a compromise, SVC/RVC. I mean, 15AI would have been so much nicer, so much easier, cleaner. But this shit... just two fucking acronyms that no one's gonna bloody well recognize. Ugh. How was it with these? This is a different font. What the fuck? Oh. There's a little drop down bit, so you can change different Pony fonts. How did I get 50? If only I knew. Right, I think this will be nicer. Where's your center? I don't know. What's the center? There. There's the center. Okay. SVC/RVC. See, I hate this a little bit less. The font's a bit nicer. Right. So that's the basic frame. Now I need ideas for what ponies we could have on here and what they're going to be doing. So I'm thinking maybe Evil Twilight in the bottom left here. And... maybe Rarity here with an easel with a line going down on it. And then Pinkie leaning in from here in her forelegs raised. Big smile hug pose. We can't put too many things on here because this is just a thumbnail. Details will get lost. But I think as a first draft, it's a decent enough idea. Perhaps for fair. I've done a little bit of my packing, like while I was waiting for the final video to render, before I started streaming. I packed my suits. And yes, that is suits, plural. I have 3 suits that I'm taking to Merfair. So I have a suitcase, like a big suitcase, and it opens up in the halfway point, so it basically folds out into 2 halves. My plan is to fill one half of that with clothes and leave the other half empty. And I fill the other half with merch and bring that back. But my suits, alone, fill up about 3/4 of one of those halves. It's probably okay. I mean, I'm not taking that much other stuff to Merfair. I mean, I plan to be wearing my suits pretty much the whole time. But the list of stuff that I'm adding keeps getting bigger. I mean, I wasn't initially planning on taking any of my running gear to Merfair, but ever since in the last thread that one Anon said, "Hey, I'm organising runs early in the morning." Well, I mean, I can't not do that. So yeah, I'm taking my running gear, and I suggest you do too, because running is fun. Right, and while I was talking to you, I did absolutely nothing, so I need to actually this time, go into my assets. 3 hugs. Twilight was scene 4. Yes. Assets. Dictator Twilight. So do I have her head with an angry face? I mean, we have this one. Wait, why did that remove? Or because I dragged it on top of it, and that made Google think that I wanted to replace it, which I do not. Running gear, you mean jeans and shoes? No. I mean trainers and shorts and shirt, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay, definitely Twilight needs to move over a bit. And maybe Free Hugs needs to become slightly small. You know what, actually that's okay. I think I will make Free Hugs slightly smaller and move Twilight over a little bit more. I would like to have her whole ear in the shot. I don't like how it gets cropped off. Trainers like jogging pants? No. Fucking not. You speak shit English, right? Trainers are shoes. Specifically for running. Actually, no, they're not specifically for running. Running trainers. But, I mean, trainers... Sneakers. That's the dumb fuck American word for it. Running sneakers. There you go. I do have sneakers, trainers, whatever, specifically for running. Right. So I don't have quite as much space to work with as I thought I might do. But the beauty of this is that I can just budge this over. And then maybe I can still have my idea of rarity with... What kind of shoes do I normally wear if not trainers? So trainers, in their default term, are just normal sneakers, shall we say, and then you add modifiers for what kind of trainers they are. So trainers are just normal everyday shoes. But running trainers are ones specifically for running. Okay, I've just noticed that I also have this picture of Dictator Twilight. But for some reason she doesn't have her hat. I think I remember actually messing around with this one going, why doesn't she have her hat? And there was some reason for it, but I forget. I don't think I want... I like the angrier face, but this leg outstretched is going to cover up a potential spot for where rarity could go. What's the difference? Trainers are the things you wear normally on your feet for everyday use. Running trainers are shoes specifically for running. That's the difference. Fuck, I've also just noticed her cutie mark is backwards. I don't think that actually matters, because it's not in shot. Right. Do I have somewhere a cartoonish easel? I must do, because I know I had something like that for the panel. For the Find the Fake game. It might take me a moment to find that. But I think I have it. No, they're not identical in construction. Well, I mean, they look... Fucking hell. No, they're not going to be identical, because ones that are specifically for running have different cushioning underneath the foot, and my running trainers specifically, they have like a raised insole on the side, because my feet are weird, because I am what you call flat-footed. That is, on the inside of your feet, when you put them on the floor, there's supposed to be an arch on the inside of your foot. I don't have that, because I have shit genetics on my feet. And because of that, the consequence is that my ankles don't hit the ground properly, like the ankle joints don't hit the ground properly. And if that's not corrected for, then that puts extra stress on my hips and lower back and can lead to problems later on, if it's not accounted for. Oh, Gothic's actually finding his shoes. I'm gonna come running then. Right, so I do have the easel, this one. And that originally came from this. I cropped it out. But I think I can avoid having to recrop it, because I didn't save just the blank easel on its own. Joint rot. No. It's gonna be more problems with the spine. I will have to wake you up. You can't be bothered to get out of bed before 8 AM? 8 AM is a fairly normal... Actually, no, it's earlier than I would like to get up. But I am capable of doing it. I mean, the noise of me getting up that early will probably wake you up anyway, so I don't think you need to worry about that too much. Right, will it work if I just fill this in with white? Yeah, that works pretty well. And then the basic idea I want to try here is line go down, basically. The perspective of this easel is a little bit weird, though. I suppose that's the sort of way we want to do it. Does anyone have a better way to draw an arrow like this? You found a massive faggot in Florida to draw. Downside, you have to cover his cost. Why do you have to cover his cost? How does that work? No, you... Right, I'm gonna try this to make a nice-ish, decently-ish shaped line. Something like that. And then basically that's what I'll do. Yeah. He's American, so he's poor. Okay. Are we saying that all Americans are poor then? I don't hate that, but there's a bit of me that's insisting that it could be made better. Any ideas? Anything wrong with it? Well, being poor is generally not considered a good thing. What do you mean use 2 lines? What would the other line be doing? Instead of 1 line, I make 2 that go along each other. So when you say along, I think sort of side by side. Or another line that's doing something like that. Is that what you mean? Or is that what you mean? Because I'm struggling to see what another line other than the one going down is going to be used for. Like, it's literally just a line going down in the same way that you see on those stock meme graphs, basically. So I think, wait, yes, you're going to have to draw it. Cat box is being a cunt. As it is wont to do, yes. Okay, while I wait for that, then. Oh, okay. That's how you mean. Okay, yeah, I can see it. That's what you mean by 2 lines. Okay. Let me try that. So we want sort of thicker up the top. Going along. So going down, going along, going down, going along, going way the fuck down. I'll just taper it like that for now. I'll add the actual arrow later. This is just to get a rough idea. I need an extra point here. How do I make that not curved? Like that, I guess. So that sort of style. Yeah, I can probably make it thicker up here as well. Something like that. Needs to be still a bit thicker up here. Like that then? So let me also try to do slightly fancier. Sort of like this. And then just fill in the gap. Yeah. I'd say that is better than what I had before. Good. Any way it can be done better? It's too steep. It's kind of perspective skewed a little bit because the easel is not facing us directly front on. So it's tall and thin. Make the last bit of the arrow line thinner. Don't think it's that bad. I would need to basically remove this before. It's not. At the top of that part? Like that? Maybe have the base of the arrow parallel to the left edge of the easel. Make it look steep. The base of the arrow. So you mean like that? If that is what you mean, I don't think that looks good. Don't touch the top. Okay, I've put the top back the way it was. Right, how about that? And then a rough idea of what the arrow's going to do. I think I might... I don't really like the top of the arrow. I think I will try to do a little something with her up here. Because there's a lot of empty space up here that I'm not a fan of. The lines are getting a bit too parallel. I mean, they are supposed to be parallel, for the most part. I mean, yeah, the line's supposed to be getting thinner as we go. But it is still an arrow, you know. How about now? I think I'll make that arrow at the tip of the arrow. I think I'll make go actually sort of there, which I think requires me to maybe bring this like that. So maybe. How is it that this has got curved? Like, why did that happen? Didn't ask for it to be curved. Okay. Whatever. I think I'll just go with this. I mean, I could edit this ad infinitum. It doesn't matter that much. I'm gonna go with this. I think we can go with that. So let's export that. Let's bring these on. Right. Hopefully it needs to go behind there. And then it needs to be kinda in front of Sugar Cube Corner. And then Rarity needs to be sort of here gesturing to the graph. This is where I worry that it's maybe going to get a bit too busy, like there's too much stuff. So I might want to try and give myself just a little bit of space here for Rarity. So let's find a Rarity that's gesturing. I have a picture in mind, but I don't know where exactly it is, so I'm going to need to go hunting. It should be from the actual animation assets. Something like this, but I don't think it's exactly that one. I'll take it just in case. But I think there's a better one. I don't think it's those ones. Though that is the right sort of pose, but I'm pretty sure there's something like that where she's actually sort of gesturing with her hoof leg. So since it's a sort of line go down situation, maybe she should look maybe at least a little bit concerned about it. Not sure. We know in her context that she's explaining a fairly benign concept, but the picture here kind of makes it look a bit more dramatic. Okay, and that's the end of it. So was it actually this one? I don't know. Maybe I should actually go for the other one that I noted earlier. One thing that I don't like about slides is the way it handles layering. You need to make sure you can still grab things. So we have rarity, sort of like this, perhaps. Hotels provide towels. Yes, but it's almost certainly never enough. So if you have... I mean, I have a towel that I use, well, for everything, but I also bring it with me on holidays. It's basically a microfiber towel, so it's not a big fluffy towel. But it's hard to describe. But if you just Google microfiber bath towel or something, you should find something that gives you that sort of vibe. Basically, it's they're amazing things. I mean, they absorb water just as well as a regular actual bath towel, but they take up like a tenth of the space. They're great. So I'll always bring that along with me when I'm going places. I think I would prefer this one. And then let's get the classic Pinkie free hugs. Actually, is it in the free hugs folder? It's probably in here somewhere. Yeah. Is it supposed to be this way around? I don't know. Backwards. So is this the right location for it? It's gonna be, I think, maybe a bit difficult to position her correctly. How's this? Okay. So she definitely needs to go this way. I don't like the way she's looking. Maybe. Like that? It's along the right lines. She seems to be a little bit low resolution, which is unfortunate. How's that? Not good. Can I budge reality over And then that can potentially give Pinkie a bit more space. How's that? I mean, this is going to be one of these things that I end up tweaking for a while, I think. Let me just double check. Do I have any other? Yeah, I could try this one as well. It's this one. It looks fairly big. I did not mean to close them. Come back. Let me take that one away for now. And we'll see about using this one. Because this one, actually, you can put Pinkie's other leg basically all the way down the edge of the screen. Or the picture, whatever. Which could be an interesting look. I kind of like this. What is that? Alright. Let me see if I can mess around with this. Can I make her slightly less oppressive, taking up a little bit less screen estate? I'd also want to move Twilight so that you can't see the cutoff of her leg here. Ideally with her actual neck, not her body, though. The downside of this is that it's basically going to completely cut Rarity out. At least in its current form. Alright, I think I'm happy with this idea. I just need to mess around with it to actually get it, right. And I think this will mean that I have to lose Rarity. Which is unfortunate. But we do end up with a bit of a gap here. Don't really know what to do with that. How's this? Move Rarity to the left and down. It's where Twilight is, though. Okay. Can I budge the background basically as far over as I can? Give me as much space as possible to work with over there. I suppose what I could do is keep Pinkie mainly to the side here and then edit it in GIMP to bring her leg all the way to here. Obviously without stretching her face as well. That could potentially give me the space. I think we're getting there. If we just imagine that this extends all the way to the edge of the screen, which I can edit. I can edit in. I think this is as much as I can have Pinkie over, because we need to be able to see at least some of her other leg here. So it's apparent that she's trying to hug you, the viewer. You'll bring your England jersey for the running? Not a 4cc Cup jersey? I mean, seems like the obvious choice, does it not? Can I shove rarity over 1? Something like that. Okay. Let me try one thing. I think I want to flip the easel as well if I do. But that looks stupid. It's the appropriate direction, but for the easel, but the arrow would need to be there. I can make that happen. Actually, if I send this to the back, and then bring it order, bring forward, it should bring it. Okay, so extend Pinkie's leg, like so. Flip the arrow the other way. And then I think we might be onto something here. Yeah? What do we think? Any other amazing bright ideas? I might have another double check for any other rarity poses that I might want to use instead. So let's get that going. If I select only that layer, and then just flip it, does that work? Almost. If I rotate it like so. It still doesn't look right. I think I might actually have to redraw this. What that is. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to mirror it, but it's not giving me the intended result. Like, flip. That's what it does when I try to flip it. But I can't seem to find any rotation that brings it back to how it's supposed to be. So I think I'm going to have to go for a bespoke solution. Let me just see. Let me flip so I can actually draw it from the correct perspective. No, it didn't look good. going to do it properly. It's almost. Just needs a little bit of adjusting. Have I put an extra kink into this? So 1, 2, 3, 4 bends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bends in this one. That's what it's like. Why can I suddenly not draw this properly? I think that's about it. Yeah, it's fine. Right. Also two. Slightly layered incorrectly there, but that's alright, I'll fix that. Right. Let me then bring forward this. So, canvas size. We're gonna want to make it 5,000 wide. Yeah, fuck it, 6,000. Let me get my Pinkie colors. So I'm pretty sure this isn't quite correct. Yeah. I thought I was done with color correction, but no. Never done. Right. Let's make a new layer for this. Okay, edit path. We'll start here. And we'll basically just try and follow curve. Sort of this. Because it's going down and then sort of trending back up. Not by a huge amount, but a little bit. You know? How's this? I'll need to first of all make sure that's selected. And then start at 20. That's 16. That's too much. Still too much. And that's looking about right. This just needs to go up. Down. Yeah. And then in this layer, just go filters. And that that should work. We probably don't need all of that foreleg, but we'll make it work. It's fine. Right. And over we come. And to about there. Yeah? Think we're about there. You might actually have value outside of what you produce, but if it's true, then what does that mean for me? What would I do if I were... I think you're starting to get a bit rambly there. I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Right. I want to double check for any other rarity picks I might want to swap that with. But other than that, I think I'm willing to call this good. So I didn't actually check any of these pictures. We definitely want the sort of 7/8 front pose. Like, we don't want to have lots of rarity body like this. But I don't think also front on, like fully front on, makes sense. So 7/8 or 3/4 front on is going to be the sort of thing we're looking for. I don't think Rarity should be happy gesturing to this. It should be a look of perhaps mild concern. I mean, this look, it's okay, but it kind of... I mean, she's just looking with a slight, very slight frown. It's, which I'm finding it kind of hard to describe what that sort of thing is supposed to convey, what that face is for. Like, she's just looking on in slight confusion, like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just going to blankly observe until I work out what reaction I'm supposed to have. Like, that sort of face. Like, we're not having dramatic fainting or anything like that. Like, Rarity never actually has any concern about anything, right? With the free hearts. I mean, she only has one moment after she explains the rules of supply and demand to Pinkie that she realizes, oh no, I've just sent her in completely the wrong direction. I know I said she wasn't happy about it, but I feel kind of compelled to try this. Let me put you over there for the time. Thank you, Mr. Crank. It's nice to be pretty much finally done. I think I prefer that to this. I'm still not 100% sold on the flourish, almost. And I said I didn't really want a pose where she's more side-on than front-on. So I'm going to hold out for a pose similar to this, but she's more front-facing. Just so we have, I don't know, a bit more space. Like, if she's more front-on, we can bring her further to the right, and we can see. She's, like, the further to the left she goes, the more she starts competing with Twilight for screen space. We want to avoid that if we can. Perhaps this? I mean, it's the same sort of vibe, except she's perhaps not leaning sort of away from it. It's not better in terms of being front-facing. I'll put it over there. And I'll try it if I don't find anything better. This, maybe? That's about right. The cutie mark is wrong. Like, that diamond should be at the back. I don't think I care enough to fix that. Not at this point. So she'd be doing sort of this. She needs to be behind Pinkie's. But now she's behind these. So that needs to go backwards as well. What? I must have pressed a button or something. We're nearly there. Just keep. Clipper keeps pressing fucking buttons. So Opera Browser has a bunch of little gestures you can do with the mouse if you hold the right mouse button and move the mouse in a certain way. And I think I must have like inadvertently done the close tab gesture or something. And that's why that happened. Now I can't fucking click on it. Why not? Because Pinkie. Pinkie, go all the way to the back. This is the one downside, the one main downside. Some good slides for this. Its layering is a bit fucky to work with. Rarity's still wrong. She needs to be behind Pinkie's legs. But in front of the easel. Which really shouldn't be that hard. But apparently it is. Right. It's still not there. Right, that should be right now. What's this? Gothic would be 100 kilograms. Okay. So what makes you think Gothic is really, really fat, then? Just gonna make maybe a bit small. Like, she should be less prominent than Twilight. That's my thinking. If there's going to be competition between Rarity and Twilight, Twilight should win. She's a lot more visually interesting in this case than Rarity is. Rarity would probably hate for me to have said that, given her fashion career, but 'tis the truth. That's fine. Right. better pose-wise, not 100% happy with. Okay, well. He's a sysadmin, and he's also a twifing. I don't know. Is that right? I think I already tried that. I don't think Gothic's ever said what kind of fag he is. I think... Isn't Derpy your favourite pony? I'm pretty sure you said that at some point. You like Derpy, but are you a Derpy fag, though? Derp fag. Because there is a clear distinction. Used to be a Trixie fag. I mean, do you not have the ability to just disregard the later seasons? I mean, I do it without issue. Right. I've already been through all of these, so I'm going through them a bit faster. Could have this, though. I'm thinking one of these, perhaps. So, surprised or cringe? Surprised or cringe? Schrodinger's Mercock. Should we... Which one? I can see one of these potentially. I think cringe. Let's do cringe. And let's replace the Pinkie. It's weird the way that it does that. Right. Pinkie, move out of the way. Please. Rarity, come down here. New rarity. Do this a whole bunch of times. Send backward. Actually, what's the control down to send backwards? Yeah, okay. That makes things a little bit easier. Right. I think I might finally be happy with this. Well, we got a weird bit of Rarity's tail up here. I'll get rid of that. There we go. Can we make it stand out more? In what way? Like make them bigger, or... different colours? I don't think I want different colours. I mean, the black outline is supposed to work. Is there a... Let me double check the font generator page. There might be a style that has a thicker black outline that can make it stand out a bit more. There you go. So this one should have a thicker shadow. I might actually make that change for the Free Hugs one as well. That's good enough. So I have increased the thickness of the shadow. That should make it stand out. Black out? No, I don't want to do black letters with white. With pointless jobs like finance. The world literally would not work without finance, so I wouldn't say it's pointless. Will there be universal basic income? I don't know. Like, I'm gonna have to say, honestly, I have no fucking clue. I kind of like the idea behind universal basic income. Like, I find it interesting as an idea to be worth a try, but I could not give you any idea as to whether or not it would actually work. I do not know enough about economics to say definitively yes or no to that. Right. Happy. Happy? I hope so. The only concern I have is the proximity of Twilight to Rarity. Well, how many ponies you would make would depend entirely on how much UBI you actually had. Right, I'm going with this. And the way I do it is, unironically, I just use the fucking snipping tool. Actually, there is a way to export the slides, isn't there? Isn't there? I don't think I've ever actually tried to, but surely there is. Email, share, publish to web, import slides, make a copy, edit. No. Format slide? No. Tools? No. Nope. No. Hang on. Google Slides, save slide. Go to File and download as. Oh, download. Okay. PNG image current slide. The animation is done? Yeah, it's rendered. It's actually ready to go. What's up? Right. That should have worked. Let's go and check. What? Where did I save it to? Not in the right place, that's why. Right. Free hugs. Paste it in there. And then if I open this, Gig of Chad, hello. Bro, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this resolution? Fuck you. Not using that. Alright. Plan B then. I'll save it with the snipping tool. It's a bit of a cringe way of doing it, but if saving it as a picture using Google's own resource is only going to give me that shitty resolution, then I don't have much other choice. Right, voice clips, free hugs, free hugs. Well, helping my fellas out with some of that algorithm boosting. Very good. Truly a hero. Alright. Full screen that. That's our thumbnail. Turned out alright, I think. Okay. What's going to happen now? I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to see if I can't do a little edit on the little intro thing for the cut YouTube version. So I'll come back in just 2 minutes. Alright, back. Let's see what we can do. Right, I'm done with this. This can go to the other screen. I don't need this tab open anymore. I don't need this open anymore. I shouldn't need GIMP anymore. Right. So, final blend. Right, so as a reminder, we need to edit this, basically. We need to change the intro. Because YouTube are a bunch of cunts that won't let me use it without slapping it with copyright and shit. So, short of reanimating the entire fucking thing, I don't think I can reasonably use the music. So, at the very basic, I think there's an instrumental version that I have somewhere of the intro. So I want to take, like, the last bit of it. Like, basically just that bit. I don't know what I would replace this with, if anything. But let me first just check that I actually have that. Because there's no point developing an idea before you actually have. Could also just use an 8-bit version. I suppose. So this is the instrumental. Remove the vocals. Nope, this is actual instrumental. No AI here. Have AI sing it. I would love to do that, but I don't have time, I don't think. And I don't have anyone to sing it for me. Perp is away. Though I do have the intro vocals. What's this? I've not listened to any of these in quite a while. Let me...
My little pony, my little pony, ah, my. I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun.
So this would have been me literally just taking the voice channel out of one of the episodes. Which in theory could be thrown into an AI, but... That still doesn't solve the whole visual aspect of it, you know? I mean, that's my real problem here. Like, I'm pretty sure I need to actually do something completely different to all of this. Or maybe have, like... I mean, I'm sure I can have this bit. Like, this very end bit. And that's kind of what I'm leaning to right now. So... that would make us start about... Is that lined up correctly? I don't think that's lined up. I think that's better. So yeah, I can wait a week and do it after I get back from Mayfair, but I would rather get it sorted now. I want Mayfair to be the end of this, right? I've been doing this fucking long enough. So I am seriously considering the idea of, I think, just this. So it's here that starts. So I am going to change, potentially, the way that the music goes. Whoa. It's not right. Right. Let me actually try and implement this properly then, if I'm going to do this. And just at least see kind of how it works. Because I can just make this go on for longer. So we would be starting basically here. And my current proposal is that's literally it. Just for the YouTube version. I mean, the versions that I upload elsewhere will not be cut like this. So if I were to actually implement this in here, it would look something like this. Let me try and actually...
She does know she's supposed to.
Oh, of course. I need to make it so that the audio actually comes in. So, this is going to be very jarring, I think. It's not irredeemably awful, but I also still really don't like it. I also think the music timing is also slow. Like it should start maybe here. And then maybe fade like so, just so it's a little less jarring. Yeah. And then change the way that this comes in. So. And then I would need to grab everything else and just bring it back in. Like this, kinda. That would need to go back like that, so I can actually move those utensils. More of a pause between these. No. Also, to bring this back over here so we don't get the like this at 0. Right. I'm gonna try making just one more quick load to the way this plays. I'm gonna try and make the actual little intro thing come in a little later. Just a little. And maybe make this fade in over at a time. Okay. Now, I reckon I can perhaps get away with showing the picture of the main 6. Which begins here. I really wish I didn't have to do this. Really fucking wish. But hey, if you hate this as much as I do, watch it on Ponytube. Yeah? Because it won't be cut over there. And it probably also doesn't do the same sort of compression that YouTube does. Also, on Ponytube, I'll have a link that you can actually download this properly. In full 4K and everything. Right, let's give this a final try then. I think this will be where we need to be now.
Free hug before midnight.
Why the fuck did you do that? Also, you're playing at 25%. But it's really bloody slow.
Honey? She does know she's supposed to be working today, right?
Okay. Is this Blender being weird, or is it actually fading in really poorly here? I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's not got anything to do with opacity, it seems. Yeah, you can add surprise in if you want. Is it like that in the actual proper render? Like the actual proper thing that I rendered?
Do you know?
So...
Do you know you are my very best friends?
No, it actually does it properly. Alrighty. So, what's the deal here then? It seems to suddenly just jump in here. I don't know what's going on. That worries me. Let me try just one thing. I re-import the same video again. Starting here. That does the thing properly. Right, so is this just Blender being a little bit weird? So the preview thinks this is completely black, but if I render image, this will tell me what's truly happening. And what's truly happening is that it is actually black. Okay. So the solution to that is to start the I was going to say the new video, but it's exactly the same. Start that exactly. Oh. Never mind, I'm stupid. This black thing here was covering this. That's all it was. Well, there's always time for one last little fuck up, isn't there? Oh well. At least that time it was my fault and not some random Blender error. Right.
Oh, she's supposed to be working today, right?
And that probably won't cuck me. What I should do is render just this little version, this little bit here, upload that, see what happens, and if that's good to go, then I'll render this properly in glorious 4K, and hopefully by the time I get home from work tomorrow, that would have finished and I can upload it to YouTube, and then that'll be ready to go, and that'll be the version that goes up. Right? Right. Uh, 137226. 137,226 frames, in case anyone was wondering. Right, and then I need to label this as cut, just so I don't mix them up. Don't want to play the cut version at Mayfair now, do we? Oh yeah, I said I need to do this. Right, I will render just this bit. Hopefully won't take more than a couple minutes. 5 minutes, you think, maybe? 4 or 5 minutes. Fine. Okay, in the meantime, let's be diligent. Let's go to Ponyville. And I'll log into my account there. And I'll upload the uncut version. One sec. I need to do some stuff with... So, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna cut you out for just a moment. Okay, should be good to go. So, which version am I uploading? This one, I do believe. FreeHugs 4K.mkv. All 4 gigabytes of it. Tags. I don't fucking know. There is a maximum of 5 tags. BPP, bugs, OwnAI. I can't remember the same sort of things that I would have used for the Pony Preservation Project panels. Hugs. Sure. Oh, I've already done hugs. Any other suggestions? For the description, at least, I can take... and just give it the same description that I had here. Except to this one, on YouTube. Oops, I can eventually add a download. To the description also, I need to credit the appropriate person. Animation and episode, sure. Right, that's my 5 tags. Okay. Voiced with Sovitz, SVC, and RC. So this, I should include a link to Heisei. I have... Yes. I'll link to Hydrus Beta's thing. Actually, let me continue to put this up here. Right, Hydrus Beta's git Heisei. Use Heisei via Heisei. There you go. Right, so key contributors. Perp for voices, Vul for the little bit of music he did, Gothic, Hazy, for some art. Pinkie, did you do some art as well? I suppose technically you did, but did I actually use any of it? I feel like I should be crediting Pinkie with something, but I'm not 100% sure what. More albums. Chat clown. I don't know. I mean, he was cheering me up in the chat. But this is kind of bad. I honestly can't remember if there's any elements. I mean, I think there's at least a couple voice lines that he supplied. You weren't all of AJ, but you weren't none of AJ, I'm pretty sure. So reference vocals supply. Pinkie, do you have a YouTube or something or other that you want me to link? So in the actual YouTube description, I can link directly your YouTube channel or whatever. Very important now. Am I forgetting? I hope not. But it is entirely possible. You're certain. Okay. Well, crediting Vol with music kind of implies he did all of it, which he didn't. Music at... I am going to have to change this for the YouTube, but I can reference the timestamp. It'll be around about here.
That was great! Gotta go! Hi, Lyra! Lovely day, right? Can I hug you? I'm so happy we're friends.
24:30. So on YouTube, I can actually directly link Vol there, but here, I mean, I'm going to presume that anyone who uses PonyTube unironically probably knows who Vol is. Yeah, I've got you down as art, because I'm sure you did more than just that. I mean, even if you didn't necessarily directly supply a lot of it, I mean, with the example of drawing the arrow, you helped with that, or at least helped make me do it better. 2533. And I need to find somewhere that I can actually upload this. Do I have space in any of my Mega accounts? No, there is Terry. I just scrubbed through it. You didn't see it. But you've got me paranoid now. I mean, I am 99.9% certain that Terry is indeed in the hug montage. But now that you've mentioned it, I can't not check. Yeah, there she is. Stop making me paranoid. You vaguely remembered getting help fixing a vector of Pinkie stock. There were a load of little times where I had someone pointing out how to do docs better. I think those were mainly Hazy and Gothic. I don't recall off the top of my head anyone else who helped with that. I mean, I am going to mention at least everyone by name who helped. Whether or not you want to actually come up on the stage and take a bow is entirely up to you. I'm just gonna look in my Mega accounts and see if any of them have sufficient space to host this. Gothic well, okay. Ooh, no, I don't. Is there anything in here that's unnecessary? The free hugs draft animations, they don't need to be there. So, I have 3 Mega accounts. One for the Master File 1, one for the Master File 2, and one is just a general dumping ground for random shit. None of those really feel like the appropriate place to upload this. Maybe in Clipper's Google Drive. Hmm. I mean, I have a bunch of random shit here, but I don't know what's actually important. Boss will give you the time off from there. Well, there's an easy solution to that. Just don't show up to work. Yeah, that's why I'm going to see if I can do it in Google. It might be at least a little bit more. These Pony Preservation Project panels, I'm seeing that they're taking up 300 megabytes, 500 megabytes. Jesus Christ, how did we manage that? Well, obviously I can't delete those. They're sacred, basically. They're staying forever. Um, what's this? What's the accommodation like? I mean, it's a resort hotel. I mean, I've never been there. Sleep under Copper's bed. Please don't do that. Right. So I've now managed to clean up enough space in order to have the thing uploaded with, like, 2 gigabytes to spare, which is probably fine. So I'm going to upload that. Actually, can't you download directly off of PonyTube? Hmm. Give me 1 sec. This. Oh, that's finished uploading. Rendering, whatever. Let me see. You can download from Ponyville. So this is just for me making sure that people have a way to download the proper version in full resolution with no compression fuckery. I'm not planning to download it at Mayfair, if that's what you're worried about. I will be bringing it on a memory stick. I'll bring it on 2 memory sticks, in fact. For redundancy. Right. Final cut this one. Upload that, and let's see what YouTube has to say about. You made it. I mean, everyone's used their real name for a hotel, but you kind of have to do that. Yeah, that's what I just want to check. Like, if I can indeed. Right. So we've got the publish button, but that's going to make it. Ah, here we go. Private. There you go. Save to playlist. Okay, so you can directly download from there. Okay. So it looks like I actually don't have to. I mean, I don't know how good PonyTube's downloading capability, bandwidth, whatever is. But there is a download button on there. So that's probably fine. Yeah, I do have the option to upload but not make it public. That's what I've done. It's in private mode. And I'll make it public once it's aired. And from there, people can just click the 3 dots icon and download it. And in the details of the download, it says 2160p, which is 4K. And then it also, so it shows resolution 3840 by 2160, and it also shows in the audio stream FLAC lossless audio with a sample rate of 4800. And you can direct download, or you can also do a torrent. Good. That saves me about 4 gigabytes worth of space in my Google Drive. Thank you, PonyTube. Okay. And YouTube says that this is fine. It's given me the tick for the copyright. That doesn't mean that it won't change its mind later, but it does mean, at the very least, that if Hasbro want to claim it, they probably have to do it manually. And I can at least add that level of inconvenience to them. Because fuck them. They might change it. They might. Fuck all I can do about it if so. Right, so in that case then, I'm going to render a full version of this in 4K. It needs to be Matryoshka, because that's the only one that will let me attach lossless FLAC audio to it. Not that YouTube's going to give a fuck about that. I mean, they'll probably cut the audio as well, but if I supply them the best thing, it gives it the best chance of actually doing the correct thing. So if I set that to render now, basically, it will probably be done by the time I get home from work tomorrow. Probably. Time to leave for work. Well, we're just about done here, so I think you're good. What else we do? I think I'll draft a post now to go into Merfair. The actual Merfair thread. Anything new in Merfair? Just to be clear, is this con real, or is it just a big shitpost? Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? I mean, it would be probably the best shitpost to have ever happened. But I'll be really fucking pissed off if that's true. It won't be, but... Anyway. Gothic, this might be of interest to you. Also, Pinkie. Pizza party. Since you don't have a ticket to the Tendi dinner, you weren't able to come and have spaghetti with the rest of us. You can go out with everyone else and have pizza instead. You can't find anything that'll get you. Oh, that's a shame. I do plan to take a lot of pictures at the very least. I would like to. I'd also like to see if I can film my panel, at least the audience. I don't have any camera equipment, so I might have to see if I can borrow like a tripod off of someone to stick my phone on. That's probably about the best that I can do. I'd love to have pizza. Are you going to Chuck E. Cheese? Giordano's versus something else. Unos and Giordano's. That's what's currently being discussed in the thread. Oh yeah, Pinkie, have you got yourself signed up for the mayor van as well? No. If you've told Perp and he's responded and said yes, you're in, then you're in. You don't have to do anything else. Just keep an eye on the thread on the day you're supposed to be picked up for announcements on where the pickup's actually happening. Because I don't think they've actually properly sorted that out yet. I don't think there's anything else important going on just now. So, I'm going to have my name on this one. It's done. New episode premiering live. Fuck, what time is it? It's on Saturday, 11 AM. Saturday the 1st? 30th. Saturday 30th, 11 AM. There's plenty of reasons to hate Discord. I mean, I won't go over all of them, because that's not really the topic here, but the basic problem with it is, 1, you're forced to have an identity, and 2, it encourages the formation of insular communities. Both of which stifle the flow of content and go against the very core premise of /MLP, on 4chan in general. So, purely as a functional tool, as Gothic says, it's fine. But the way that it's set up encourages it to be used in that way, and more often than not, people do use it that way. There's a whole load of other more in-depth reasons. I mean, if you really want to research it, search Discord in the Desu archive for /MLP posts. There's a whole bunch of people who go on about it. Suffice to say, it's not benign. Rightio. 3 hugs. 3 hugs done. Right, should I say anything else? It's done, rendered, and ready to go. New episode premiering live at Method, Saturday 30th, 11 AM. No, I'm not doing that. Be there or be mayor. But then that gives people a reason to not be there. Can't have that. May contain mares. I mean, making this post is actually slightly risky because I've not actually watched the fully rendered version. I have time to re-render it one more time, probably, if I discover some major insurmountable issue. Oh god. Alright. Is there anything else I need to do tonight? I don't think so. The cut version is ready to be rendered, I just need to click the button and wait 16 hours or so. Nope, we're not doing a group watch. The only person who will see the episode in its full glory before the date of screening will be me. Like, I'm gonna be firm on that. Hello, Vol. But honestly, I think that's everything. I've made the thumbnail, I've uploaded it to PonyTube, it's ready to be made public as soon as that's ready to go. The cut version will be rendered and uploaded to YouTube, probably in time, hopefully, we'll see. I don't think anyone here is going to leak it. I mean, I trust all of you guys. It just doesn't feel right to premiere it live at anything other than Merthyr. So, what I'm thinking I'll do is, assuming I can't think of anything else that needs doing right now, which I don't think there is, I will end the stream now. I will watch it myself, just to verify that everything is good. And then I will make this post in the thread. And then I'll fucking finally breathe a sigh of relief. Okay? Okay. So, for the last time, for free hugs, I think that's going to be it. Just fucking finish. Well, barring one final quick little look through the rendered version to make sure nothing fucked up, it's done. Several panels got shifted. Mine didn't. I just checked the schedule. I think I'm good. It's still 11 AM on Saturday, as it's always been. Done vibe. Yeah. I mean, I can't say it's truly done until the premiere is done, which will be on Saturday. But fucking hell, it's been one hell of a bloody ride. Happy you'll get to meet us? Yeah. Be nice to meet everyone. Okay. Right. I am done. So, I'll see you at Merthyr then. Fucking hell, it's actually happening. Right. Thank you. And I'll see you again whenever and on whatever my next project happens to be. Alright, cheers. Bye.